For our winter 2013 as well as early better part of 2014, this is the system that we're going to be primarily selling the most of for our remote start special. These are going to be featured on our regular website at Let's Go Sales as well as on eBay, which you'll find specials with this system in 3 different ways, which would be the base system that we're showing right here in the screen, as well as the same one, just adding the RPS Pro, which I'll show, which for people that are Compustar, you know, have some history or some knowledge of them, we're using the RPS Pro, which is not just the basic RPS, this is the Pro version, which is very nice. So we're going to have a system which is going to come with this, or you can omit it, save some money and get it without it. And we're also going to have a system with this paired up with the DR1000, which is the Compustar drone system. So you can track your car, do geofencing, or use your iPhone or Android device as your remote control to control your full alarm and remote start system. But out of the box, this is what you see is what you're going to get. And I just want to quickly overview and tell you what you can expect, what the feature has, and a close-up view, so that way you can get a good gist of what you're going to get should you choose to purchase one from us this year. So this one here is a companion one-way remote. This is an SH series 4-button transmitter, which is the companion remote to the primary remote, which is this one here, which would be the 2-way LCD remote. By the way, this is a 1,500 foot of realistic range, so you can expect to start your vehicle from at least 1,500 feet. And I say at least, not, you know, reaching far to say, well, hopefully 1,500. This is on a bad day 1,500 feet. This is the SH series system. Real quick, just want to put the remote in there, let you see what you can expect on the LCD remote. It does vibrate and it also has a little tune that it'll play, so you can hear it pretty loud and clear. And you could also see by my hands, because I have pretty big hands, this is a very small transmitter. Lots of icons. This does second car option, turbo timer. It tells you when the hood doors and trunk have been detected, impact sensor. You have a clock, a turbo timer. You also have a temperature meter, battery, within range icon, full vehicle. It covers everything. It's got the blue LCD backlit display as I showed you when I first powered it on. It's got a nice little case. Everything is very durable. It's nice and small. I mean, it's just a lot. It's a nice little remote. It's a lot to like. It's very less cumbersome than most any other remote that's out there. It's one of the reasons why we chose it for this year. This here is the antenna. It's got the 4-pin SH series style with the clip. And this one here, if you ever wanted to upgrade it, you can simply unplug the antenna. Anything that's got the 4-pin prong, which is almost everything except for some of the stuff that just hit for later part of 2013 for Compustar. So you can actually upgrade this to an SS. You can even get a slice system. You can get into anything you want, go backwards compatible, or even change it from a US or a Canadian version antenna just by switching this out and reprogramming in any remote system that you have already. I know I mentioned it, but I'll say it again. This one here is the temperature probe, so that way if your car hits a certain temperature, you can have it start by itself or show you on our transmitter what the actual temperature is in the car, which is very nice. They give you some extra key rings for your remotes. Batteries are included in there, of course. This one here is a supply pin switch, which you'll notice is not that cheap stuff, which is all metal and can definitely corrode and rust and give you trouble down the road. They give you lots of extra hardware, so that way you can do lots of mounting options with the pin switch. So this here would be a safety shutdown for your hood. So if you're working under your hood and the hood is open, this one here could detect it and keep the vehicle from running accidentally. This one here is the Hyper LED. Simple 2-wire plug-in. Straightforward. Dual zone shock sensor. CompuShock. And over here you have the V6, mini V6 12 6-tone siren. You have your secondary harnesses here. You have your 8-pin primary harness, which is for your primary ignition, starter, accessory ignitions. Now this new Compustar system also features some other very cool features, which are inherent in Compustar. Compustar is very iData link and blade compatible. I'm going to get into the blade compatibility in a second, but this one here is the RS-232 hardwired plug, or you can just use an iData link plug and go data to data, but by connecting your data bus bypass module right directly from the main module to the bypass, and they would communicate directly. You also have the smart Valet switch, and this one here can also communicate to the vehicle vehicle's remote control wherever it may be, with it, as long as it's within range of the alarm system from the car to there. So if you ever had trouble, that there would be the button you use for that. Plenty of window decals, of course. Installation guide, very robust. I know it won't show up in this video, but trust me, there's a lot here. And also, if you wanted a free wiring diagram specific for your vehicle, you can of course watch it and get it easily from our YouTube channel, because we have so much information for free there. Or you could just, you know, ask for it and we'll be happy to give it to you. We have the information for literally every car that there is in existence, so that's never going to be a problem. So that's pretty much everything we have right here. But getting into this here is of course the main brain of the whole system, and this system is no slouch. This is a CM5000, which is the current model. This one here has all your jumper pins right here, so if you need to change polarities, do the loop, because this here can do diesels, automatic and transmission, automatic transmission as well as manual transmissions, all right in here, as well as turbo. If you have a turbo and you need to keep your ignition on for a prolonged length of time, this system has that feature inherently built into it. All the plugs, real sturdy, just like nothing, you wouldn't expect anything less from Compustar, because, you know, Compustar is, you know, it's Compustar, for crying out loud. It's like saying a Mercedes isn't going to run good. On the back you have right here, this is where the blade cartridge would install should you choose to use the blade as opposed to using the data link bypass. So you have more than one option. Everything's laid out very nice, solid state. I mean, what else can you ask for? So that's pretty much it. I mean, now I'm going to go into some of the settings, but also know that if you need to set the system up and program it, as far as from an installer's point of view, if you wanted to use the FTOP 500 programmer, you can do that digitally and program all your settings yourself, or you could do it through the Valet switch and the transmitter. So you have two choices in that respect. Now, real quick, I just want to go through some of the main functions of this system. So in the box and everything, you can program your own self without any external help. You can do all these different things. Now, this system will do voltage sensing or tach sensing. It has a whole new set of menu options built into the system. This is also internet updatable, so the processor on board of your main module will never be antiquated because it is programmable via the internet. The temperature sensor, which is built into it, and the siren, hood pin, backup battery, and the module, everything you see here on this whole table is warranted for 1 year over-the-counter exchange warranty. Just simply speak to anybody here as a sales rep. Will be happy to help you out. Glow plug or key sense polarity, it has a jumper on board for that. Door trigger polarity, parking light or trunk output, you could select it. Tach sensing, you can do, it'll do high tach, low tach, or if you have a diesel, it'll do the most finicky tach. You name it, it'll do it. If that doesn't work, alternator sensing or voltage sense is available for anybody to use if you just can't grab your tach wire. You can also program your crank settings for the amount of time. Reservation mode for manual transmissions, so that way this is a true manual integration type of remote start system. This is not something that's made for an automatic transmission, and it can work if you make it work with a manual transmission. This also has built-in diagnostic mode, so it tells you what is doing wrong. If you're having trouble on a floor with the installation, it's going to tell you right there on board what it is, what's causing it, and how you can get by it, again by utilizing the manual that comes with the system. And some other functions and features that you might want to know about. It has pulsed lock or unlock after start, so that way if you have a factory security system and you need to integrate with it, you have that. It has, of course, keyless entry built into it. Driver's priority two-stage unlocking, so if you want to just unlock your driver door, hit the same button to unlock the rest of your doors in your vehicle, that's a function you can use. It has a factory rearm output. It has, of course, the manual transmission reservation lock, which I spoke about. It has a auxiliary channel for 3 different modes. One, of course, would be the dedicated trunk release. You could also utilize it with expanding to window modules, sunroof, open, close, gas door, poppers, you know, all those types of things, shaved handles if you have such stuff in your car. It's all set up already out of the box for double pulse disarm, double stage unlock, auto lockout. You have a turbo timer, which I discussed, a diesel timer. You can program the start method, so if you wanted to start it with 1 pulse, hold the button down. If you wanted to hit 1 button and then hold down 2 after, just for a safety start so the car doesn't run without your knowledge, you can do that. It has auto temperature cold starting. You can do it even if it's too hot, you can do that as well. Program your crank time. You can adjust your parking light outputs if you want them to come on, off, blink, stay on steady, whatever your choices, you can do that. You have your dome light output, so that way when your alarm does trigger, you could have your horn going off, your parking lights, your interior dome light, as well as your parking lights all going on simultaneously. So you have lots of functions, and this thing can really wake up the neighborhood if you let it. Carjacking built in, started disable with relay built in. You can also adjust the siren's duration for 30, 60, 2 minutes, or just 20 seconds if that's what your choice is. Valet, you can do it through the key, you could do it through the remote, or you could do it through the secure valet button, which is located right here. You can also use a channel expansion mode. If you wanted to, you could add indefinite amounts of channels to this system, believe it or not, which is something else we won't get into in this video, but it's there. Like I said, you have a total of 3 auxiliary dedicated outputs, so you have pulsed and momentary. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. I mean, there's a lot of functions in this system. The remote controls are very robust. There's even features that I didn't even go into just because of time constraints. But this system is a killer. I mean, if you're looking for a really great two-way alarm remote start system with lots of service warranty, lots of free information, and a great price, this is what we have to offer you, and I hope that you get one from us this year.